the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming, my pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night, cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot, cause we ballin' and spittin' up every hour. Look, mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goodies power. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top of the mountain, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. From the top of the mountain, I watch her go down.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the LA Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that. Here it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Delta to Hunt. Go.
Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Set. 380. Grenade. Ray. Set.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Chargers in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Crowd right. Ready.
Again, it's Hampton. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
pass. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Now Herbert going to change the look.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
5-9. Set.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Coker, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Commanders nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Stuffing him behind the line there. That's Dayon Henley. Really nice play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Daniels. They'll swing this out to Henderson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Come on. Go.
Throwing now is Daniels. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Black 8. Home to troops right.
The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A run once more with Hampton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
On first down, it's Hampton. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 50 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
380. Wide 8. 21. Ready.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Cap it. Set.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ray. Set. 12. 380. Go.
Now it's Herbert. They'll check this one down to Hampton. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
A gain of 24 yards.
Herbert changing things up.
59. Set.
Touchdown, Chargers. Tyquan Thornton, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0.
14. Commanders nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on. And this is going to be intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
And the Chargers first down.
Crowd right. Set.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to Hampton on first down. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine said way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Rondé Gadsden, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 21-0.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
To the air goes Daniels. And this pass caught by Gray. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's Daniels. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
21-0 our score after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Buffalo 18, 19 Charger, 19 Charger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Daniels looking to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Adafe always showing off the pass rush skills.
Well, you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Well, they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Pass caught, it's Lane with it. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
3rd down and 1. To the left side, he's got McConkey. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey, 71 yards. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Commanders nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Gets around him. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Daniels. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10. From the gun again to Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll get this out near midfield, but then still a few yards shy of the 1st down.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Daniels going to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40.
The Commanders' 1st down.
Henderson running straight ahead. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They set up the screen for Henderson. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Okay, ready?
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Back ball 80. Under 10. 5 here. Ready?
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Set. Delta. Crowd right. Set.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third and 5.
Set. 380. Hey, go line. Set.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And this one finds McConkey. And he'll be stopped way short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. An audible here to get a new look.
Hey, Ray. Hey, Ray.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Ready? 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Go.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult 1st half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. This is caught. And the Chargers going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Back to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. And Xavier Worthy there to make the grab. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Commanders 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Charger drive about to get going. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. That one complete to McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
15 yards. The Chargers first down.
5-9. Ready?
Herbert. Completes this one to Thornton. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
At the Commanders' 38-yard line.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Set. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
To the air again, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Lad McConkey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Makes the score.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Play action, now it's Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Let's go now.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. To throw is Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hampton. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go. Herbert going to change the play here. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6.
A gain of 6. And the Chargers first down.
Ready.
Here's Herbert. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
At the 34-yard line.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Set.
Here's Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, if I haven't said it before, I'm certainly saying it now. No one throws a prettier deep ball than Justin Herbert. This thing's on a rope, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Baylor Tiger. Go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And Mario Hampton, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Extra point try now from Dicker. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score. Chargers 42. Commanders 14. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Straight ahead, Henderson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go now. Hot 70, hot 70. Check smash, check smash. Check to 11, check to 11.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Daniels looking to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing it into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
60 by Dragon 60.
To the air goes Daniels. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 144 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
Go.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Herbert now. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
5-9, 1-1.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now Herbert going to shift these guys around.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Go, let's go. Set.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down.
Set.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
On the give, it's Vidal. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up
Hampton will score. Touchdown Chargers. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
19, 18.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the jump.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Go.
They go play action. Daniels. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Give here to Hampton. 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Down inside the 20. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Ready.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Second and goal from the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Omarion Hampton with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Chargers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 12. And the Washington first down.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49.
Commander's first down.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chargers' 40-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Now Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll look to throw again. That's caught left side by Sinnott. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Ben Sinnott from 21 yards away. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup.
Now Herbert going to change the look. Again, it's Hampton. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
3rd and 8.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He gets this to Hampton. And he's got room. There he goes again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, well, the league's best offenses, they've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here we go.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll get this complete to Worthy. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
19 tight. 19 tight. Trap 60. Trap 60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. On the give, this is Hampton. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Set. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because Who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, Ram. Hey, go Lion.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Dicker down, attack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
70. Commanders 21. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead, late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Room here to run. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense. And
all right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.